What's up, guys? Welcome back to Gentry and Sons. We are back from the Mid-America Truck Show. I am super pumped to get started back on these trucks. So what we done, guys, is we started up the membership page. So between the merch, you guys buying the merch, and if you want to become a member of the channel, you get a lot of perks. There's like 3 different levels that you can choose from. And I know a lot of people are going to be upset that we started this. A lot of people's like, man, YouTube's free content, blah, blah, stuff like that. That's fine. You're still going to get your videos, still going to get live streams every once in a while. And what this is going to do is going to be able to separate the people that want to see the live streams all the time and people that just want to see the content. It also gives you early access to videos, discounts on merch, things like that. What it does is it gives you a way to support your favorite YouTubers and YouTube channels that you enjoy and projects that you want to see done. And what this is going to do is it's going to help us fund some of our projects, like right here, Johnny Cash. So guys, my plan for returning from Matt's was to jump on Johnny Cash and get this thing done. We got big plans for this truck. We're taking this thing to 4 states. It'll be going to the big G-Mats truck show, and I am super excited about getting this thing running and driving. And we went and got the trailer. We got the deal done on the trailer, finished up. We ended up buying all the stuff inside of it just so we get the trailer out of there. And we're going to take this thing and go pick it up, hopefully. Worst case, we got to take America, the little single axle cab, over. But I am ready to drive this truck across country. I want to get that reefer running. I want to get it operating, cooling, get this thing running, driving, operating, everything like it should. And me and Dad are going to take a couple of our old cab overs and we're going to drive across country and just have a good time doing it. So just got new batteries on Johnny Cash. We're trying to get this thing ready to go. Switchblade turbos. They just sent us a turbo out. It's in the mail. We got a brand new turbo coming for this thing. So I got to thank them guys over at Switchblade. And I also want to thank Jay Paydirt. If you guys haven't seen Jay Paydirt on YouTube, go check out his channel. He has a lot of awesome content with these old graders and cats and semis. And he's a big cat guy, especially like with the 1693s, things like that. So he actually got us set up with Switchblade and got a perfect turbo figured out for this truck. So turning on the memberships is going to help fund like projects like this, help us move along a little faster. Because guys, at the end of the day, these things cost a lot of money to fix up, and I enjoy working on them. And I've never wanted to just make it I don't want to turn it into a job. I want it to be fun and enjoy it. And when you turn it into a job, something like that, you're just taking funds and just throwing into it and rushing through it, and it's just not a fun project that way. I want to enjoy it and have fun with it, and I want you guys to enjoy it and be able to have fun with it as well. So I'm hoping this helps us move along pretty quickly with our projects and helps move the channel along pretty good as well. So I hope you guys don't get upset with me for doing it, but either way, we got to do what we got to do. I want to get some of these trucks done. And we're in a world today where it costs money to work on these things. Besides that, guys, we are going to get ready to go. We're going to go get Rooster fired up, and we are headed to Georgia to go pick up this grinder. All right, guys, we're getting down here. Rooster made the trip down here pretty good. We're about to pull in. They got a big, nice dirt pit right there. Do like topsoil and fill dirt. Boys, we're getting ready to put the Rooster Cruiser to work. now. Yeah. Alright guys, so new bearings, new shaft, and they fixed the parasitic draw. Look at this guys, all brand new. If you guys remember, we had a hard time starting it last time. They also put a new kill switch on the ground and the hot now. Here goes. All weekend. Oh, I had to tilt the cock back up. I'm trying, you got a pin right there. See? Oh, yeah, that's moving. There's one somewhere. Right here. Guys, look at this. These things rip through stuff.
It's like an old one?
Yep, that's a shaft.
Dang.
Like a big grinding shaft.
Is that the one off
that?
that?
Thing broke. Look, it's broke. Hey, look at this thing. It's broke. What? Look at this shaft. That was an expensive day.
I'd say that's the
asphalt crushers. Yeah. I want a concrete crusher so bad.
especially a jaw style.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah, it should be.
I'm in the ground by the 450. We got about ready to go do some mulching?
Yeah.
gate shut, and we got to get headed back towards Sweetwater. So we go make some grindage, baby.
Yeah.
Turbo on this girl. And it's pulling it like I ain't even there. Oh my goodness, this thing is such a monster, dude. Dude, it's just yanking it around like it ain't even back there. That's crazy. The bypass. Alright guys, we are rolling into Chattanooga. We rolled through Chattanooga actually. We're on the other end. Getting ready to hit, I call this Chattanooga Mountain. I know it's not the right term for it, but we're getting ready to see what this 80 mil Airtech turbo is going to do on this hill. We're hitting it at 70, 71. That's about 55 pounds of boost. This thing's so loud. I gotta keep the windows up. About 175 on the temperature. EGTs are around 800. I don't want to push it too hard, but I do kind of want to see what it's going to do. So we're probably around 120,000 pounds right now for this machine, and we're climbing this hill at 50, 48, 49, 50. That's not pushing the truck, that's just letting it do its thing. And the EGTs are sitting at 850. Wow, that is awesome. Now watch it, just watch this turbo spool at 1200 RPMs. Look, it just instantly lights up. Water temp never got over 200. I love how good this thing, I mean, it just spools that 80 millimeter up like it's nothing. This new PDI manifold, even like the sound of the truck's different with this turbo and manifold. So PDI and Airtech for the win. And my favorite part about it is it don't do that. When I let out of it to shift, it don't go ch-ch-ch. So it ain't stopping the turbo. So what they did is, it's called the Titanium Series S410. It's 80 millimeter by 1.45 back housing. And the heavier wheel, like my last turbo was a billet wheel, which is so light, and it had a smaller shaft. It was just too light. I mean, it spooled really fast and it created a lot of boost. And also, it would lug really easy, so which created a lot of cylinder pressure and heat. This one is slowed way down, and it still spools really fast, but it don't chirp and stop the turbo wheel real fast and all that stuff. And it also has a bigger shaft in it, so we shouldn't have any issues with breaking a shaft or, you know, not getting the longevity out of the turbo like we need. And that's what we're after, is reliability, better fuel mileage, and better power, and good throttle response. And this turbo is giving me everything that I'm asking for. And pairing it with that big studded PDI manifold really helped as well. So we also did the PDI boots and did some other PDI upgrades as well while we were at it. So super happy with it right now. This is finally, I finally have the truck where I want it as far as pulling. Alright guys, we made it back. Rooster done his job again. Alright guys, today is grinding day. Good and hot out, so you go from season change with the truck starts acting totally different, cooling different. When it's cold out, they run a lot smoother and easier, and you ain't got a whole lot to worry about. Once it gets hot out though, that's once you starts warming up a little easier. Everybody's mowing. I know my allergies are definitely out of whack. Come on, Rooster. Let's get her done today, son. Bridge, you would see Loudon Dam. a good feeling to have. Guys, we made it to the airport base anyways. They got a ton of Black Hawk helicopters up here. I bet you they got like 15 or 20. Black Hawkies, where are you at? Oh, there they are. Over there. Yeah, a ton of them. Ugh. RGN hauler and a railroad track just don't get along good.
Terrible welds, hard facing, but these will round off real well. And what you want to do is you want to build this out flush with, this is called your tool holder or your cross. And this is your actual tooth itself. So you've got your tooth, your cross, and then your actual tool holder itself. You want your tool holder to be square with your cross, because wood will come in here and it'll, when they wear down enough, it'll break off right there. So every time that you run this, you have to check, make sure there's no cracks on your crosses.
So anytime it's cracked, we gotta weld it up.
Yep.
And then,
like that one.
and it's gotta match. So if you burn so much rod into this one, you gotta do it all the way across?
Yes. You have to keep this mill balanced. And it is a pain with that. Like These are about ready for some hard facing. And you ain't gonna be super particular and, you know, getting an ounce to an ounce on every tooth. But when you flip one here, you gotta flip one here, and then here, to make sure that the mill's staying perfectly. As close to balanced as possible.
So these teeth, do these just need replaced, or do they still cut like
right
that?
now, they're still good. Let's see. I got one. We flip back. You know, this is the side that's hitting because this is an upswing mill. So when this hits, or you damage this side, you can turn the tooth 180 degrees, and then you'll have another day running. And then the rakers need fixed up some more.
How often would we need to change these?
Depending on the material. If it's dirty, and what we're going to get into today, it's relatively real old, so there's going to be a lot of dirt, and I hate to put it through here, but it's just got to go through it. Or if you hit metal, it could knock a whole tooth and tooth holder off, and then you're getting new rakers, and that's what them are right there. Just like a chainsaw has a rake, this allows it to bite so much at one time.
And without them rakes, it'd take too much, right?
Yeah. So, and then that one needs to be spun, but we're going to run it today. There's no sense in burning a new tooth out on some dirty material. And then you've got your weights, your sweeps, which that's good.
So guys, this is the bearing we just had replaced right here, inside here. But it ended up getting a whole new shaft and everything.
2 new bearings, shaft, 2 new lacquer seals.
So ideally, this thing should run for a good while without having any issues.
Maybe, as long as we don't send no metal through it today.
Yep.
There's a lot of brush before the fire. There's still some brush from there. And this place burnt down. We took dozers and pushed everything up. So we're bound to find some metal, but it's got a metal detection system on the mill. So we're hoping.
Pray for a good day, boys. Now you guys will see this will come down, and then
metal that I was telling you about that got sent through the anvil.
yeah.
It was like 2 inches thick. That point right there on the 6800. I didn't sent that cutting edge through.
Holy crap!
That you can fit your fist through. And that's your anvil right behind it. That's where it sent that cutting edge through. I was telling you about.
So anyways, yeah. So sounds like we're going to go to Powell next week and do a big clearing job. It's already been cleared. We're going to take the 650 John Deere dozer up there and this thing. And of course, you got to have an excavator. Which up here we have this big deer back here. We're going to be feeding it with today. I don't think the Sandy'd feed this thing fast enough, would it?
If you had a real good operator, it's hard for me to do it with my John Deere 230. If I've got it stacked right, it cuts on a good length, even with a 360-degree rotating head. It's still, it's hard to keep up with.
I can't wait to work that head. I ain't never used one of those, except on like at the scrapyard.
Yeah.
They're a little different.
Yeah, I think you worked on that shear, didn't he?
Yeah. God, I'm excited, guys. I can't tell you how excited I am. Ready to fire it? So what it's doing right now is the engine's actually moving back and forth. Once it starts sliding in, the belts will engage. See the motor moving?
Yeah.
It's sliding them belts on, and it starts turning the drum. go feed this puppy.
That's what murder rooster is.
The Rooster's pretty much got that kind of. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would like to have a actual 18-liter in Rooster.
Yeah. So what's upgraded on it? What's upgraded on it?
That one?
Yeah, inside the motor.
It's just a stock 18-liter. I mean, it's got a 18-liter crank, rods, pistons, liners.
Can you like put big cams and stuff in them?
It's got a big. So the cam that's in that motor right now, I think is what we got in Rooster. We got a 1,000 horsepower cam in Rooster right now, and that one's probably got around the same cam in it.
It's like we smacked her up with that rooster.
All right, guys, we're feeding. God, that thing's working right now. You really can't feed it fast enough with that thing, really. If it was stacked right, you could. That cedar's pretty. There's a nice little bite for it to eat. Crazy that thing eats like that. Now she's eating some big stuff. Alright guys, you can see right here the bearing temperature. What was it at when it went out? 200. 200?
It shuts off roughly 190, so I'm around up, say 200 degrees. Emergency shut off.
It'll actually shut itself off?
It'll shut itself off as a safety.
Alright guys, here we go. See if we can run this thing. What them bearings get up to? Like 170, 160?
This day, 120, 125.
Good deal.
After a real hard day running, you'll have mulch back here all the way up to this.
Yeah.
Cave down in below the motor. You want to talk about a pain cleaning out.
Best just keep it clean though, huh?
Yeah. Clean it at lunchtime, you fold it up, throw as much inside that you can, shovel a lot out.
All right, guys, so we just got done with that load and got back here to the shop. Everything went really good. I really just did not think Rooster could get any better, but I was definitely proved wrong by AirTech. So we're still going to work on it. We've got some gauges coming from them. So they don't just sell turbos and manifolds, they sell gauges as well. So we've got some really good gauges coming for Rooster so we can measure the exhaust temperatures on the manifold and behind the turbo. And we might size up the turbo a little different depending on the exact temperatures. So the gauge is working Rooster pretty good, but we want to be able to get some really, really good data on it and see how good the turbo works under pressure, not under pressure, just running down the road, actually making a good long trip, you know, 2,000 or 3,000 miles, and see what kind of fuel mileage we're going to get, see what kind of temperatures we're going to see. And we may change up the exhaust housing, may change up the compressor side. Just keep doing some research with them, and that's what I like about AirTech. Their turbos they're not just throwing some stuff together and sitting it out there. They're actually doing research, putting time into it, investing into the future of their turbos. So definitely like working with them. And if you want a turbo, guys, that's definitely the place to go. And PDI's manifold. It works really good with that turbo. So I couldn't ask for a better setup. I was on the line of having to go to compounds, and they showed me that I can still make big power with a single and have good temperatures and the truck be efficient. So very happy with it, and thank you guys for watching. There'll be more grinder content coming. I've got to get better on that thing. I was super rusty and nervous to run that grinder. I mean, it's $800,000. I didn't want to mess it up, especially it just came out of the shop, and running that Volvo with that 360-degree head, that was definitely new to me. So just need some practice, and we're going to do some more moving, you know, hauling. Anytime it goes to a job, it's got to be hauled. So we'll have some fun with it. And Drew, he's a hard worker, that dude, and he kills it. He takes very good care of that machine, and he's actually become a pretty good friend through all this. So guys, I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next video.